Very good morning, everyone. My today's topic is fair play, which is the chapter number 7 from 6th class Honeysuckle textbook. Now let us understand the gist of the lesson in Hindi. जुम्मन शेख और अलगू चौधरी अच्छे मित्र थे। दोनों का गांव में सम्मान भी बहुत था। जुम्मन की एक बूढ़ी बुआ थी जिसके पास कुछ संपत्ति थी। उसने उस संपत्ति को जुम्मन के नाम कर दिया था। शर्त थी कि वह जुम्मन के साथ रहेगी और जुम्मन उसकी अच्छी तरह देखभाल करेगा। 2 वर्ष तक सब कुछ ठीक ठाक चलता रहा। फिर परिस्थिति बदल गई। जुम्मन और उसके परिवार का व्यवहार बदल गया। जो थोड़ा बहुत खाना उसे दिया जाता था वह भी बड़ी बेइज्जती के साथ। आखिर उसका सब्र समाप्त हो गया। उसे लगा कि अब वह उस जुम्मन के घर में बोझ बन गई थी। उसने जुम्मन से कहा कि वह उसे प्रतिमास कुछ धन दे दे ताकि वह अपना चूल्हा अलग कर सके। जुम्मन ने कहा कि उसकी पत्नी ही घर को सर्वोत्तम ढंग से चलाना जानती थी। उस बुआ ने मामले को ग्राम पंचायत के सामने लाने का निर्णय लिया। अपनी बात समझाने के लिए बूढ़ी महिला गांव वालों के पास गई। कुछ ने सहानुभूति दिखाई और कुछ उस पर हंसे। दूसरों ने कहा कि वह जुम्मन और उसकी पत्नी से बात कर मामला सुलझा ले। अंत में वह अलगू चौधरी के पास गई। उसने वृद्धा से कहा कि वह जुम्मन के खिलाफ नहीं जा सकता था क्योंकि वह उसका सर्वोत्तम मित्र था। इस पर उसने उससे पूछा, पर मेरे बेटे, जो तुम सही और उचित समझते हो उसको ना कहना क्या ठीक है? एक पुराने बरगद के पेड़ के नीचे पंचायत हुई। जुम्मन बोला, मेरी बुआ पंच को चुन ले, मैं उसकी बात मान लूँगा। बूढ़ी औरत ने यह जानते हुए भी कि अलगू चौधरी जुम्मन का पक्का दोस्त है, उसके नाम का प्रस्ताव किया। पर इस बात से जुम्मन का दिल खुश हो गया। उसने सोचा कि उसका सर्वोत्तम मित्र होने का कारण अलगू उससे खिलाफ नहीं जा सकता है। उसकी खुशी अधिक देर तक टिक नहीं सकी। अलगू चौधरी ने बूढ़ी औरत के पक्ष में निर्णय दे दिया। उस औरत ने कहा कि पंच के दिल में परमेश्वर निवास करता है। उसका मतलब था कि पंच होने पर कोई भी व्यक्ति न्यायपूर्ण और उचित होने के लिए बाध्य हो जाता है। परंतु जुम्मन बहुत नाराज़ हो गया। दोस्ती की डोर इस घटना से टूट गई। घटना के बाद फिर दोनों को साथ साथ नहीं देखा गया। जुम्मन अलगू से बदला लेना चाहता था। कुछ दिनों बाद अलगू के सामने एक कठिन समस्या आ खड़ी हुई। उसने अपना बैल समझू साहू को बेच देता है। समझू साहू ने वादा किया था कि वह 1 महीने बाद उसकी कीमत अदा कर देगा। दुर्भाग्य से पैसे चुकाने की तारीख से पहले ही बैल मर गया। साहू ने पैसे देने से इनकार कर दिया। एक बार फिर एक मामला पंचायत के सामने था। इस बार साहू ने पंच के रूप में जुम्मन के नाम का प्रस्ताव किया। अलगू का दिल बैठ गया। उसे पक्का विश्वास था कि जुम्मन उसके खिलाफ निर्णय देगा, पर उसने प्रस्ताव को स्वीकार कर लिया। हालांकि जुम्मन बदला लेने की इच्छा में जल रहा था, पर न्याय की कुर्सी पर बैठकर वह ऐसा नहीं कर सकता था। उसने अपना निर्णय अलगू के पक्ष में दिया। अलगू की खुशी का ठिकाना ना था। वह चिल्लाकर बोला कि यह पंचायत और न्याय की जीत थी। उसने कहा कि पंच के दिल में परमेश्वर निवास करता है। फिर दोनों दोस्त एक दूसरे के गले मिले और रो पड़े। आंसुओं ने उन दोनों के बीच की गलतफहमी को धूल को धो दिया। नाउ लेट अस रीड द पैराग्राफ्स. Jumman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were good friends. So strong was their bond of friendship that when either of them went away from the village, the other looked after his family. Both were greatly respected in the village. This paragraph explains that Jumman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were good friends. Both were also greatly respected in the village. Next paragraph. Jumman had an old aunt who had some property. This she transferred to him on the understanding that she would stay with him and he would look after her. The arrangement worked well for a couple of years. Then the situation changed. Jumman and his family were tired of the old relative. Jumman became as indifferent to her as his wife, who grudged even the little food that the old lady wanted every day. She swallowed these insults along with her food for a few months. But patience has its limit. One day, she spoke to Jumman. My son, it is now obvious that I am not wanted in your house. Kindly give me a monthly allowance so that I can set up a separate kitchen. My wife knows best how to run the house. Be patient, said Jumman shamelessly. This made his aunt very angry and she decided to take her case to the village panchayat. These above paragraphs explain that Jumman had an old aunt who had some property. She transferred it to Jumman. The condition was that she would stay with Jumman and Jumman would look after her well. For 2 years, the arrangement worked well. Then the situation changed. The behavior of Jumman and his family changed. Even the little food which was offered to her was loaded with insults. At last, her patience gave away. She realized that she was not welcome in his house. She asked Jumman to give her a monthly allowance to set up a separate kitchen. Jumman said that his wife knew best how to run the house. She decided to take the case to the village panchayat. Next paragraph. For many days, the old lady was seen talking to the villagers, explaining her case and seeking their support. Some sympathized with her, others laughed at her, and a few others advised her to make it up with her nephew and his wife. At last, she came to Algu Chaudhary and spoke to him. You know, Chachi, Jumman is my best friend. How can I go against him? Algu said. But is it right, my son, to keep mum and not say what you consider just and fair? Pleaded the old lady. Come to the panchayat and speak the truth, she said. Algu did not reply, but her words kept ringing in his ears. The above paragraphs explain that the old lady went to villagers explaining her case. Some showed sympathy, some laughed at her, others advised her to make it up with Jumman and his wife. At last, she went to Algu Chaudhary. He told the lady that he could not go against Jumman as he was his best friend. At this, she asked him, but is it right, my son, to keep mum and not to say what you consider just and fair? Next paragraph. The panchayat was held the same evening under an old banyan tree. Jumman stood up and said, the voice of the punch is the voice of the god. Let my aunt nominate the head punch. I will abide by her decision. The punch knows neither friend nor enemy. What do you say to Algu Chaudhary? The old lady announced. Fine, replied Jumman, hiding his joy over this unexpected piece of luck. Chachi, you are aware of my friendship with Jumman, said Algu. I know that, replied the aunt. But I also know that you will not kill your conscience for the sake of friendship. God lives in the heart of the punch and his voice is the voice of the god. And the old lady explained her case. Jumman said, Algu, you and I are old friends. Your aunt is as dear to me as you. Now I am a punch. You and your aunt are equal before me. What have you to say in your defense? 3 years ago, began Jumman, my aunt transferred her property to me. I promised to support her as long as she lived. I have done all I could. There have been a couple of quarrels between my wife and her, but I can't stop it. Now my aunt is claiming a monthly allowance from me. This is not possible. That's all I have to say. Jumman was cross-examined by Algu and others. Then Algu announced, we have gone into the matter carefully. In our opinion, Jumman must pay his aunt a monthly allowance or else the property goes back to her. Now the two friends were seldom seen together. The bond of friendship between them was broken. In fact, Jumman was Algu's enemy and wanted his revenge. These above paragraphs explain that the panchayat was held under an old banyan tree. Jumman said, let my aunt nominate the punch. I will abide by her decision. The old lady suggested the name of Algu Chaudhary, knowing well that she was a close friend of Jumman. This, however, gladdened Jumman's heart. He thought that his best friend Algu could not go against him. His happiness was only short-lived. Algu Chaudhary gave his decision in favor of the old lady. She said that God lives in the heart of the punch. She meant that as punch, one was bound to be just and fair, but Jumman was very angry. The incident broke the bond of friendship. The two were not seen together after the case. Jumman wanted revenge on Algu. Next paragraph. Days passed and as ill luck would have it, Algu Chaudhary found himself in a tight spot. One of his fine pair of bullocks died, and he sold the other to Samju Sahu, a car driver of the village. The understanding was that Sahu would pay the price of bullock in a month's time. It so happened that the bullock died within a month. Several months after the bullock's death, Algu reminded Sahu of the money he hadn't yet paid. Sahu got very annoyed. I can't pay you a penny for the wretched beast you sold me. He brought us nothing but ruin. I have bullock. Use it for a month and then return it to me. No money for the dead bullock, he said angrily. These above paragraphs explain that Algu found himself in a tight position after a few days. He had sold his bullock to Samju Sahu. Samju Sahu had agreed to pay the price after a month. Unfortunately, the bullock died before the date of payment. Sahu refused to pay. A case came before the Panchayat once again. Next paragraph. Algu decided to refer the case to the Panchayat. For a second time in a few months, preparations for holding the Panchayat were made, and both the parties started meeting people seeking their support. The Panchayat was held under the old banyan tree. Algu stood up and said, "The voice of the Panch is the voice of God. Let Sahu nominate the head Panch. I will abide by his decision." Sahu saw his chance and proposed the name of Juman. Algu's heart sank and he turned pale. But what could he do? The moment Juman became head Panch, he realized his responsibility as judge and the dignity of his office. Could he, seated in that high place, have his revenge now? He thought and thought. No, he must not allow his personal feelings to come in the way of speaking the truth and doing justice. Both Algu and Sahu stated their cases. They were cross-examined and the case was considered deeply. Then Juman stood up and announced, "It is our opinion that Sahu should pay Algu the price of the bullock. When Sahu bought the bullock, it suffered from no disability or disease. The death of bullock was unfortunate, but Algu cannot be blamed for it." Algu could not contain his feelings. He stood up and said loudly over and over again, "Victory to the Panchayat. This is justice. God lives in the voice of the Panch." These above paragraphs explain that this time Sahu proposed the name of Juman as head Panch. Algu's heart sank. He was sure that Juman would give his verdict against him, but he accepted the proposal. Though Juman was burning with the desire for revenge, he could not do so sitting in the seat of the judge. He gave the judgment in the favor of Algu. Algu was overjoyed. He cried that it was a victory of Panchayat and justice. He said that God lives in the heart of Panch. Next paragraph. Soon after, Juman came to Algu, embraced him and said, "Since the last Panchayat, I had become your enemy. Today I realized what it meant to be a Panch. A Panch has no friend, no enemy. He knows only justice. Let no one deviate from the path of justice and truth for friendship or enmity." Algu embraced his friend and wept, and his tears washed away all the dirt of misunderstanding between them. This above paragraph explains that the two friends embraced each other and wept. The tears had washed away the dirt of misunderstanding between them, and everyone came to understand that a Panch has no friend, no enemy. It knows only justice. And at last, I give you some homework questions in which you have to answer the following questions and memorize the word meanings.